Alright, lady, let's do this. This is Upside Down Crown. Wait. Oh, yes. Ha! This is Rain Dragon Sphere. And I am back with more Upside Down Crown with Lady Lost. And with this top lady. You okay?
I worked a 9-hour shift today. I'm tired.
I've worked an
But
11.
hey, at least I got a bunch of candy today. Happy Valentine's Day.
I got coffee.
I got candy.
I worked
Lots
in.
and lots of candy. And cheese. I also got cheese.
You got cheese!
Yeah, from my mom. I didn't want
Oh,
candy because I knew I'd get a lot of candy today. And like an old Valentine's tradition for my family is my mom would always get me and my siblings something small for Valentine's Day, and and some like candy. But like I knew I'd get a lot of candy because of my work, so I just asked for cheese instead.
was it the long.
It's good.
Which kind of cheese?
You know that cheese that comes prepackaged?
You mean the string
Yeah.
cheese?
No, not string cheese.
I don't want to know.
But it looks like string cheese, but it's not string cheese because it's cheddar. Sharp cheddar. I like cheese.
Of course you do. Now, basically, basically, this video on the topic of today. Oh wait, I need to fix my thing.
And
With
sadly, about past lovers, which sadly I don't have many stories about like actual romantic relationships, which is funny because you think because I have trust issues and fear of commitment. It isn't because of past lovers. No, it's friendships. And sadly, this is my Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day. I got your
It's a lot.
gift.
Yeah, I got your gift. By the way, are you using your gift as like the background picture?
No.
You should have done that. That would have been perfect. I spent like $25 on it. The artist was like really great.
Oh
Their name is
wait.
Human.
Oh wait a minute. I can do that. Give me one moment.
Good. And
Quick.
also make it the thumbnail. Cause like it's cute. It's a cute like drawing that I did. I did. That I paid like a lot of money for. The person is like really talented. Like really talented.
Oh wow. Okay. Well dang. I was about to click something else. Eh. I'll deal with it in a moment. Keep talking.
So I'm guessing we're going to be talking about past lovers. God,
Yes.
this feels really weird. I guess we're also going to be talking about like first kisses or something like that. Because we're definitely not going to be talking about any of the other firsts. Sadly, I will not go into my actual first kiss, because let's just say there's a reason why that person's no longer in my life. Technically, like I know not a lot of people like considered elementary school kisses as their first kiss, but like my first kiss was probably like in elementary school, 5th grade. But if we're not gonna count that, then my first kiss was actually in high school. I think like 11th grade in the library.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, lady.
I'm not gonna say the guy's name just because, like, privacy, but I'm just gonna, maybe I could use his gamer tag. Would that be chill?
Sure. Mind you,
Oh,
mine. I will just say his name because he. I mean, I'm not gonna say his last name, but I mean, come on.
I'm just gonna call mine's Winter. I've only had my only like I only say I've like been in 3 serious relationships. I've had a lot of crushes that I'll talk about, but I've only been in 3 like serious relationships. I'm gonna say like Winter was one of my more serious ones. Like generally great guy. I feel like the reasons why it, like I kind of broke up with him. But that's because, like, I felt like I wasn't ready to go into, like, to be a more fast set relationship that he was in. It was kind of dumb on my part because he would have gone as slow as I wanted to. Really lovely guy. But I thought he deserved to be someone who'd be more fast paced in a relationship. Uh, we kissed in the library and I told a friend that, and that's how we learned she was a shipping god. Uh, she shipped us together and we dated for like for a little bit. Like, nothing longer, like, nothing too long. The
Keep
reason why
it
I say like I call it serious relationship because like there's like a lot of building up to it. Like I'm not gonna go into full situation.
give it to Lady to know a god by now.
Probably.
Hmm.
But like it was actually weird because like later down the line, like a mutual friend, she had like a big crush on him. I'm gonna call her Red. She had like a really big crush on him. And then when she realized that me and him were kind of an item, like our relationship got kind of weird after that. Like he's still
Mm.
even though the breakup, even though we broke up, we're still like we're still on pretty chill terms. Funny enough, we both went to community college together. We did in high school. We went to community college together, and everyone in my public speaking class was like, "Yo, are you two like dating?" Like they were taking bets on when we're gonna start dating, like at the end of the year. We never did. We never did get back together.
Oh, I'm
Also,
sorry.
one other thing. Uh, I'm not gonna go into too much, but we actually thought his mom didn't like him dating a white chick. We didn't think his mom would. We thought his mom was kind of like no mixing races, because like she didn't like any of his other girlfriends until after we broke up. She met me, and she's like, "Why are you not dating a girl like that?" She absolutely loved me.
Let me guess.
Because
She was like, why aren't you dating this drop dead gorgeous goddess?
no. I'm just really sweet and I'm short. For
Mm-hmm.
any people out there,
Trying to
I'm the
boost
girl you
your.
take.
I was trying to.
I'm the girl you take home with the mama.
Yes, it's true.
I
I'm
really
gay.
am.
I'm gay, and when my mother first met her, she's like, "Oh, good, Austin's in a good crowd."
Yeah, I really am the woman you bring home to mom. Like I have my issues, but like still,
Funny enough,
you
I
want to go
have.
and
Oh, what,
what?
my dear? No,
You
finish
go
what you.
first, my dear.
I had my first kiss in seventh grade with a guy
Oh,
named Zach. To me, I actually had a crush on him for the longest time since first grade. Um, like I had the biggest crush. He was number one in my book. Like for the longest time up until now, like oh my gosh, I still have a little crush on him. But what had happened was his mother was in the hospital getting surgery, and him and his sister came, uh, to spend the night, for 2 days.
mhm,
So when that happened, they they spent the night. The first night it was me and him,
mhm.
and I was like, oh, it's my crush, and I turned towards his.
He
Basically,
was
it's one.
straight.
No, he wasn't. He,
Oh,
I think he was bi. There was so much evidence of him being bi. Because this is what happened. He, I went over and turned the pillow from my bed on the opposite side because me and my brother's bed were in like an L shape. His, my brother's bed was horizontal. I mean, was straight down, and my bed was horizontal, so my feet would be where my brother's head would be, as long
mhm.
as I didn't go down more. So I switched over to the other side to be close to him. And when we were going to bed, he sneaked over, like leaned over, and kissed me on the lips.
Ooh, God, we're girls at a sleepover. Funny enough,
Oh,
funny
we
enough, he will be having we will be having a sleepover at my house. And for our actual Valentine's Day date because we're both single as Pringles, and we're going out shopping after Valentine's Day to get all those good deals
yes,
as our quote unquote Valentine's date.
yes. Plus, I do not drive home from where she lives at night because
Played
it's
it.
dangerous.
Oh yeah, yeah. That deer man thing. It's kind of creepy.
Yes. Don't
Very much
worry,
so.
I will bring weapons.
Why I don't like driving out at night. Please don't leave me.
Who,
My
me?
cat just left me. My cat just left me.
Oh,
But
oh,
but should I go next or should you go? Because like I feel like you have
oh. There's more to it. So,
a
anywho,
lot more juicy stories because you've actually been like some long term relationships. Oh, continue, my friend. Continue.
well, it kind of gets a little bit sad at this point because his so down the line, 8th grade came. We were kissing, making out a lot, and his mama caught us, and I was like,
Oh,
"Ooh." I
oh no.
denied everything. My parents tried. They're like, "Did you try it?" And I'm like, "Nope. Mm-mm. Not deny. Deny, deny. Funny enough, my mother knew the whole time. She's like, even if he didn't say it, no matter how much he lied, I knew the truth.
Wait, wait, you denied and left him in the was his
No,
mother very religious?
no, no, no. Let me explain. Here's what happened. I made up an excuse that he wouldn't leave the room, da da da, whole shebang. Basically, I made it to where he wouldn't get in trouble.
Oh, that's sweet.
So we both won't be. No, come to find out, years later, my mother had came to me when I first told her that, yeah, my first kiss was with him and all that. She's like, yeah. Turns out he actually blamed me for everything, said I made him do it and all that mess. Yeah,
No good lie piece of Mama's getting a shovel tonight.
yeah, and it turns out he
Come
was a.
on, dear man.
Oh, it's okay. I got him. I'm back real good. Because when I found out, because mind you, he played for my heart in high school because he knew I liked him and he wanted to be partners with me in science and all that. Like,
What did you do?
oh, so I found out he was a womanizer and he
Oh,
he had told me one day, he's like, "Oh, so I'm dating this girl." And I'm like, "Oh." And it kind of broke my heart. And I was like, "Well, how long have you known each other?" He's like, "Oh, not long at all. She just came up and asked me out and said um that she liked me for the longest time and I didn't know who she was. Only thing he said the only reason why he dated her was because she was drop dead gorgeous. I got mad because I fell for a womanizer for so long, for so many years. I kind of I had I started doing spell books and all that. I was young
you make him
and
bald?
no, I
Darn.
I did the breakup spell and I caused him to break up with his girlfriend, and which how it resulted was because he got an STD from her.
Oh, I'm not sure if that was you or just karma,
No, no,
but
no.
it was beautiful.
It was literally the day after I did the spell,
God,
and
beautiful.
I've and I was like, oh, it worked. I tried it a couple times, and it works every time. It takes a day or two
Huh.
to work, go into action, but yeah, that's why I'm care. I don't do the spell no more.
Yo, on a more wholesome term, you want to hear about my biggest middle school crush?
Sure. Yuri on Ice.
No!
Oh,
But that came out in high school. My biggest middle school crush. Oh god, I'm not sure what to call him. Oof, let me think of a good name real quick. I'm just gonna call him B. B was like, okay, like I was in like the bad kid classes. Since I needed extra help, I was like with the really bad kids. So like I was kind of sexist, but I really like got like good boys.
you into
I
goths?
don't worry. Don't worry, I got out. Don't worry, I'm no longer sexist. But like I was only really into like good boys because like I was surrounded by bad boys. Like troublemakers. And there was this one guy who was like he was really nerdy. Yes, he was Asian, but he was like really, really nerdy. Yo, like his name was B. And like I had a super like it was obvious I had a crush on him. He's actually the one who got me into Minecraft because he loved Minecraft and learning how to program.
And
Funny enough though, I did ask him out and he turned me down. And I respect him because I wouldn't want to be with middle school me. Like I'm ashamed of middle school me.
middle school me just
But
read books. That's why I
yeah, no,
didn't.
I'm completely ashamed of middle school me, so I don't blame him. But funny enough, I had three close friends in middle school. Three close friends. He dated all three of them. He dated two of them in middle school. And again, I wasn't mad about this. Like I was pretty chill. I'm like, yo, you do you, bro. You shot me down nicely. I accept that. I'm not going to go into the full story of how I became like that, but let's just say I did fall in love with someone once. I did not take the rejection lightly, and that kind of messed me up. And now that's why I take rejection a lot more lightly now. So luckily he got that. But no, the third and final one he dated in middle school because they not middle school in high school because they both went to a different high school, her and him. And when me and her reunited back at like university and stuff like that, she felt so bad for dating him because she knew I had like a big crush on him. But she reconsidered me. I'm like, he never liked me. And if he liked you and you liked him, what's the problem about that? You think I'd be mad about that? Like, there's no code like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not like he was my ex and he cheated on me. Like, nah, dude.
Basically,
I
all my
liked him. I liked him. He shot me down. That's okay. I don't own a person. Yo, like, but if he's out there, I hope he's like still chilling and doing pretty awesome. Cause like he was a really decent guy. Like, really, I'm not. I don't want to say good, but I want to say decent guy because like all the breakups like were mutual and stuff like that. He did nothing wrong. He wasn't like a bad partner. So like, I just wish him the best. I'm hoping he's having a happy Valentine's Day, be it with someone or just like being with friends or family. Like, rock on, dude.
hmm, all my boyfriends cheated on me except the second one.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I found out the first one cheated on me, and I collected evidence on him. I was about to expose his ass to him
Why didn't you expose him like to everyone else around him?
because I didn't know them. I never got to meet his friends. I never met his mother. I, mind you, I was the side man.
Oh, you mean the side piece? Oh, I remember that one. Wasn't he living in the city I'm currently living in?
No, he was living in Washington, and he was going to Greenville to be
Oh,
what?
you just said the cities.
No one's going to figure that out. Shoot.
Yes, they are.
I didn't say the state was Tennessee.
Oh, when you're still in Tennessee. Okay,
Yeah.
so continue.
Anywho, yeah, like both cities were 30 minutes apart, and I tracked him for a couple times, and was collecting evidence and such. And she knew. She knew.
You knew about you being the side piece?
Yes, I was bad. I was so mad. Excuse me.
Ooh, both
But
scum on the earth.
yeah, funny enough, God, something had happened. Oh, yes. So, it was the week he broke up with me, was October 5th. Mind you, he had no cash. I was about to take him out on a date, and I made up a plan to get him, which I was done with him. I made a plan to where he needs to choose him or her, me or her. Where my plan was I went against all his rules, which was he made cheetah rules. Never stayed out late, never did all this other crazy mess. And I was like,
Okay, I never showed the original drawing. I forgot. The person who drew the artwork, she made two. That was the final draft that I really liked, and this one was the first one.
oh, the shirt! Oh my gosh. That looks like a purple
Yeah.
shirt that I wear.
Oh crap. No. I chose no. It was supposed to be blue, but like, nah. You wear red, and your eyes are a little bit more green. And I didn't want her to change the eyes one more time since you have the bluish green eyes. But
Well, they look nice.
so what happened after? So like, what happened after like what happened after the breakup?
Well, actually, let me tell you how the breakup went. So once I told him, made up my whole plan with a whole day of a date, he said, "Oh, I need to talk to you." I said, "You want to break up? Is that what's going on here?" He's like, "Well, yeah, you know, it's just that da 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 made up mess. I can't remember everything, because it was 2 years ago." But he broke up with me. Then it was the next day. Next day he went on his Snapchat saying, "I'm gonna pre-order the PS5," when he had no money. He literally had no money at all because he spent it
Asshole.
all on PS5 and on not PS5, PS4 games and all this. Mind you, he had $11,000 from COVID, and all that because he got like bonuses and all this, and he blew it all within 8 months of us being together. It gets crazier.
Oh
The,
no. Don't
yeah,
don't tell me.
yeah. So 3 days later, he messaged me. Mind you, never message your ex the week you broke up. Unless it was like you guys agreed
Unless
upon
you
it.
like talk unless you guys are like talking about like getting stuff away or like I never did finish that level life. Unless you guys are like talking about like how to get stuff out and move stuff around.
Yeah, or it's like y'all just were like knew each other, didn't like each other at all, and y'all broke up on good terms.
Mhm.
But he had told me, had asked me, he's like, "Can I ask you a question?" I'm always like, "Okay." I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Cause mind you, he knows I took parent-child development, which is something I learned in high school."
No, no.
So he asked me, he said, "How young do you think you should be to think about having a kid?" And I'm like, "You have got to be freaking kidding me."
You was thinking about getting kids? Oh, he got her pregnant.
There's more. I'm not sure. That's one of my theories. But I have another theory too. He apparently had went. I told him, I said, 18, honest opinion. He's like, "Why?" I said, "Because I mean, not 18, I'm sorry. 28 is what I said. I'm sorry, it's late at night. So 28 because
We both are tired as can be.
yes, because you basically have all your 20s done and,
Hmm.
you're still young
Yeah.
and you're ready for a kid and all that." He's like, "Oh, okay." And he leaves. Mind you, months later, it was February. And mind you, it was after Valentine's Day. He tried messaging me again. I was like, "What the hell do you want?"
He wanted some of that sweet booty again.
Yeah, he tried. He tried to talk to me and all that mess. I was like, "Yeah, no, no, thank you." And I told him, I said, "Yeah, I knew, because I blew up on him. I blew up big on him about how I knew about the cheating and all that, and he never came back."
Good.
Yeah,
He doesn't deserve you.
and the recent one is the one lady wants to try to hunt down.
Oh yeah, nah. He's lucky. I still haven't put a bunch of mashed potatoes in his yard instant mashed potatoes in his yard on a rainy night.
Hmm.
Yo, I think it's time for me to tell about my other two boyfriends. I'm, I'll tell you about the one in kindergarten. Not kindergarten. The one in like elementary school later. Uh, oh, they did slightly change her hair. The other two, they were really simple. One was like a long distance relationship. I made a friends with a girl online. Still friends with her to this day. She's really rockin'. And she introduced me to this guy, and me and him hit it off really well, and we started doing online him dating. That's when I learned I should never do online dating because nothing bad with him. We just he got in trouble and got grounded, and we're both like, nah, this probably doesn't work best for us. That's when we stopped. But yeah, but me and him are still pretty chill. The other one, I'm not sure. Like again, middle school. Not sure what happened, but like it didn't last longer than a month. But trying to remember like the last one. Uh, oh, you want to hear the elementary school one? You want to hear the elementary school one?
Sure.
Right. I'm about to get a bunch of people wanting to be up a guy in a wheelchair. Yo,
Okay.
so in elementary school, I was best friends with this guy in a wheelchair. We were best friends up till like until like from kindergarten to 5th grade. And I started dating him in 5th grade, like the little elementary school dating. But then I decided to ended it. Like in because like I'd say he'd be like my first real first kiss. if not going to like my deep past. Even I'm not sure if it's really true or not. But so I kind of broke things off because like we're fifth graders. This ain't gonna work out in the long run. Well, later down the line, he started bullying me in high school.
A guy in a
After
wheelchair?
that, yeah, no. First, after I broke up with him, he became like a jerk to me in elementary, for the rest of fifth grade and in middle school. And then in high school, you remember how I said I only had like three really close best friends in middle school?
Yeah.
He started dating one of those friends. Her, him, and another girl who was an absolute jerk to me started bullying me. Like, especially during PE, because we're all in PE together. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of friends because, I was a little ish back in middle school. So not a lot of people liked me.
It's okay. I
But
would have.
they just, but they started bullying me and excluding me from the group. And I felt so alone. Like, legitly, I wanted to change high schools because I felt that lonely.
Oh, I've been that
Happy I
way.
did. I'm happy I didn't because like I met you like 2 years later.
Yay. I actually had that same situation in middle school, except it went different. And became STEM Student of the Year. You want to know how it
Yeah.
went? So,
I don't think this is full story about
oh, don't worry. It's a
bullying about
quick.
stuff like that. I was just letting you know like what happened there.
Got
But I have okay, continue.
it started with scissors. So, I was with this group of three that was bullying, that really didn't want me included in our group, that wouldn't allow me to help with the group projects or my ideas because they were friends and I wasn't in on it. They were dicks to me. So I grabbed
Yeah.
the scissors and to get them, have me help them. And they're like, well, hand me the scissors. We don't think you can do with the scissors. I said, try to take these scissors away and I will stab you in the eyes with them. And they allowed me to help with the scissors from now on. And that's how it worked. And then I
Violence is
became,
always the answer.
and that's how I became STEM Student of the Year.
Violence, kids. Violence is always the answer.
Yes,
I don't care what anyone says. Violence is always the answer.
yes. Threatening too.
Oh, God, that outfit's
Now back
adorable.
to ladies' lovers.
Don't have any other I have fallen in love a few times. That's why I'm not gonna bring up the full story when I first really fell in love, because like I'm not gonna go into too much detail. Because let's just say that ended really badly, and I can no longer look that person in the eyes again. I can no longer look at them in the eye.
What about crushes?
It was a crush that kind of went to out of order, and they rejected me, and a lot of crap happened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nothing on their part, but like there's a reason why I'm now like chill if someone doesn't like me.
Oh,
But crushes wise, I did have a crush on my friend. They turned me down, and then when I brought it up like like a year or so later, they forgot I actually liked them. I'm still friends with that person. They're really chill. But I have been a little heartbreaker. I actually am been a little heartbreaker. I've broken like several guys' hearts. Oh my god, I went on a date a while back ago. I got dating profiles, and I went on a date a while back ago with a guy from there, and he reminded me so much of my brother's best friend. No, and I couldn't continue on the date. I just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because it was like I was on a date with someone who I legitly saw as my older brother.
mm-hmm.
I'm like a little heartbreaker. I also learned I don't like Indian food that night as well.
Well, good.
He was just a nice guy, but I was just like a little heartbreaker. So don't. Also, wait, no, I did have a crush on someone else. I don't want to be judged on this. Please do not judge me on this.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna go into full details, but I used to have a crush on my sister's ex boyfriend.
I mean, I.
Let me fully, let me fully explain it. He knows who I'm talking about. I'm just gonna call him Jerk. Now, Jerk dated my sister, and they dated in secret for the longest time. And I asked to kiss him. And the thing is, he could have turned me down, and I'd be okay with that. But he didn't.
Oh.
Turns out he was dating my sister at the time. I'm not going to go full story, but apparently he was known for cheating on her. And the only reason why I haven't gone after his butt yet is because me and my sister both love his dad. His dad was awesome. We could care less about his mom. And I don't want to do anything that might get too much in legal situations. But my sister asked me not to, and we both liked his dad.
Jerkstad has got it going on. He's all I want, and I waited so
He's
long.
legitimately a great person. He was legitimately a great person. Like my sister, if she could have, she would have left him and kept the dad.
Yeah.
Like he was legitimately a good person. And I'm not sure if his family ever learned like the full consent of like the whole entire relationship. The worst part about the whole entire situation, he went to the military, and my mom told my sister, "You better not be sending him any Dear John letters." You know what like a Dear John letter is?
I've heard about them, but I forget what they are.
They are like letters that like women would send to guys in the military and be like, I just can't do this anymore. It's over." He
Uh,
sent her one instead,
oh, he
and
sent
he
her.
left her. And he left her for someone who was engaged.
Wow.
Yeah. I could go into full details on what this guy did, but like I'm not gonna go into too much because like again. But jokes on him. She got the friend group at the end. She took his friend group.
I don't blame her. I would have done the same. Actually, that's what I did to my ex recently. I told
Oh
his friends came asking what happened, and I told them.
God. Yo, tell a little bit more about your recent ex.
Um, he kept canceling majority of our dates. We were actually together for 5 months, and what happened was we officially got together on October, at the end on the 30th. So October 30th, we became official, and we were together all together. Like we date, it was like dating to boyfriend, all in 5 months. And we only been on like 4 dates in 5 months. And I was like, um, you like I would try to make dates and all that, breakfast, get-togethers, because we had two different schedules. Ever since he got fired, the day after our first date from the job we worked at together. And what
Someone who
happened?
worked with you, kids.
Yeah, then that's when it spiraled. He apparently moved out of his house he shared with his sister. That was his sister, by the way. They had inherited the house from his dead father. Moved in with his roommate, then, which was strange. He then uh, he started not accepting dates. Like I would plan a date for like a week ahead or a couple days before, and he'll be like, "I can't do it. My stomach's hurting. I'm too tired. Something, something, something." One time he didn't.
Coming up with all the excuses in the book.
Yeah, one time he stood me up for 6 hours, saying that his friend was in an emergency room. Then at 6:30, mind you, this was like 12. Now 6:30, and he's like, "Oh, um, yeah, my friend's getting in the get out of the hospital in 30 minutes. 30 minutes go by. Oh, my friend wants to go shopping now." I'm like, "Your friend just got out of the hospital. How does that make sense?" And my mother was
He was
like,
definitely on something.
"Yeah, who knows?" Well, excuse me. Apparently, excuse me, my dear. So apparently he had went. My sugar's reset. There we go. He had went, and after no matter what I did, he kept canceling. So what I did was, I talked to his friends. His friends was like, "Dang, how did the date go?" Because his friends would ask, and I tell them, and they're like, "Well, dang, that sucks. Y'all didn't go on. You didn't go on it. That's like the fifth date in a row you planned, and he canceled." Mind you, his friends were understanding what kind of a douche he was. Apparently, there was a lot of
Good.
people that wanted him in high school, and he was going to college. What he told me, but apparently the college thing, something happened, and I was never known. It kind of slipped from my mind until I was like, whatever happened to him going to college? Because he got into the
Hey,
college, but it was ugh.
hey. At least
Hey,
we have each other.
yes, and
I've
weapons.
also That's true, that's true. But I also have had like a few crushes here and there. Nothing too crazy. I did have a crush on one of her friends for a short time period. But something came out and like I'm not gonna go into too much situation. Like it wasn't anything bad. I'm gonna be honest, like an instant thing to kill a crush for me is to say you like my sister. That's the fastest way to kill a crush for me. Cause like I've always been compared to my sister. And I've had like so many people who like prefer my sister over me. So like a great way to kill my a crush for me is like be like, "Hey, I kind of like your sister." Yo, do you want to hear something that happened?
Oh boy, tell me.
No, this happened a few times back. So I was talking to this guy. Like I used to kind of thought he was cute, like back in community college, but then some stuff got out, and like that didn't really rock my boat. Then I saw him again at university. Stuff got out. That really kind of drew me away. And then I finally saw him again because I was doing volunteer work at a local historical site that me and my sister volunteer at. And I saw him there. One of the things he was studying at university was like history and stuff like that. And he was working with another historical site that was over there helping out our historical site.
Oh, that's good.
So me and him start chatting and stuff like that. Remember, all my feelings for him were kind of dead now. And we were just kind of chatting. And at the time, my sister was dating her current boyfriend. Is dating her current boyfriend. Like she started a relationship with her current boyfriend. She kind of told me about him. I like her current boyfriend. He
Mm.
knows Shakespeare, which is me and my sister's favorite thing to talk about together. Like legit, like a decent dude. So me and him were talking, and it got to a point like there was that awkward moment of silence, and I knew what was coming because this happened to me before several times
Remember,
before. And before he could say anything, I said right then and there, "No, my sister's taken." And he was shocked that I knew that was gonna be the next thing he was gonna ask. And he's like, "How did you know that?" And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of happened to me a lot. Especially it hurts when guys I like have asked me if my sister was taken. If my sister was single." And
uh,
he paused for a second and he's like, "Wait, I thought you were a lesbian." And then he proceeds to try to ask me out. And I'm like, you just tried to ask if my sister was single and then ask me. I'm like you're desperate, like you don't do that. That's a great way to get slapped.
I thought you were about
I
to say he was trying to go to kiss you, and I'm like, remember, slap and roll.
slap a guy in high school for touching my boobs. So
That makes sense. That's valid.
yeah. But yeah, no. But that's like all my full term relationship stories.
So, the timer's been done, or now. So,
I think
uh,
that's I think that's a good place to stop.
yep, this has been another um upside down crown. If you guys want to see any more of this, remember like, comment, and subscribe. Also, we are single. We're ready to mingle.
I'm desperate, but not that desperate.
Yeah.
It's okay. I still have the deer man.
Well, I'm gay and she is bi. See you later.
I'm about to backhand you. Don't
Bye.
assume don't assume my sexual orientation. Don't assume.
Bye.
Bye.